Hello and welcome back to another story where a female teacher can't keep it in her pants and decides to have sex with an underage boy. So I was reading this article, the Medius double standard for female teachers accused of having sex with underage boys. I'm not gonna read this article all the way through, but I want to focus on a couple things. A double standard exists in the way the rapes of young boys are handled in the media, especially when their rapists are sexually attractive. That's correct. Young victims are usually left traumatized and unable to process the ordeal. So even though boys might want it, but in the long run there might be problems. And then this is talking about a story about Deborah Lafave and Alexandria Vera. So in covering the story, organizations like Newsweek used headlines like "hot for student." Publications also prefer to use the term sex scandal, omitting what it actually is: rape. Whenever a male teacher seduces an underage girl, he is taken to task as a rapist, and rightfully so. The same standard is rarely applied when the genders are switched. And I have talked about this myself. The double standard remains in effect even in court. Per a 2014 investigation by the Star Ledger, male teachers convicted of raping their students receive longer jail terms on average than women convicted of the same crime. And I bet that you don't hear feminists and social justice warriors talking about this. Some female teachers like Erika De Ballo even were even let off the hook and given no jail time for their actions. Most cases against women are rarely even brought to trial. That said, girls who are the primary victims of sexual abuse, well, the stats show that it's pretty even, are told they look older or act beyond their age in cases of rape. It's clear that both systems and the media that surrounds it with the reporting fail both boys and girls in cases of rape. And that is true also. So I came across this article from the last one. 13-year-old student seduces his female teacher on Instagram, but now she's in jail. So I can't believe this title. 13-year-old student seduces his female teacher. So how I'm 28 years old. I don't know how to seduce a woman, even though I have had girlfriends and so on. So how a 13-year-old boy knows how to seduce a what is 25 years old the woman, I think. And the last one, but now she's in jail. It's like they they're making like this sound like it's the boy's fault, blaming the boy, and it's and like the boy, 13-year-old boy, he should be in jail and not the woman. So Alexandria Vera was an English teacher at Stowell Middle School in Houston, Texas, where she allegedly had a sexual romantic relationship with a 13-year-old student. Initially, the student was very rude to her, but eventually became flirty and started pestering Vera, whatever, for her Instagram handle. This boy made frequent inappropriate comments toward her, the teacher. One day, the student was absent from class and worried about him. Vera broke down and sent him a message on Instagram. Yeah, right. I think there are other ways of communicating with students than Instagram. At least in Finland we have. After reminding him about an upcoming assignment, the student asked Vera for her phone number. She complied. The student then asked her if they could hang out, and she agreed. Why on earth she agreed to that? I don't know. And why she would give her phone number? I don't understand. She picked him up and drove him around town before making out with him in her car. Their relationship escalated from there. By the end of September 2015, Vera visited the student at his home when his parents were not home and they had sex. She didn't meet the student's parents until October, where they had an open house where parents could meet the teachers. After the open house, she accompanied the student to his home where she was introduced as his girlfriend to the parents. Vera said that she was received very warmly, and the student's parents even began inviting her to family functions. The student and his teacher relationship grew, and they saw each other and had sex often. I read the comments yesterday to this article, and one commented that the parents should be thrown in jail as well because they allowed this to happen. And what they were thinking, I don't know. It just seems weird that 13-year-old boy, 25-year-old woman, yeah. But that's not all. In January, Vera became pregnant with student's child. His family was initially very excited about the child, but she eventually opted to get an abortion. So here, the writer wrote, some people have some very interesting, aka dumb opinions on Vera, but then, and here the author wrote, don't these people understand statutory rape is crime? So the author says this, but then the title was 13-year-old student seduces his female teacher, but now she's in jail. So it's very conflicting title and the story. Update. This piece is based on the language and storyline directly from police investigations. Nowhere does the writer show support for someone who committed statutory rape. Language has been added to the piece to make it abundantly clear that Vera was in the wrong and that it was overwhelming opinion of reasonable people that those defending her are incorrect. And Gray Collins has wrote this article, and why didn't he change the title of this article? I don't know. One person left a comment, whoa, talk about a double standard. Reverse the sexes and what would be in the title? Teacher seduces and rapes underage student. And that's probably right. But anyway, the woman got 10 years in prison. Probably will get out earlier than that. Anyway, thanks for watching again, and see you next time.